So we've got a tiny private island and a fleet of bizarre vehicles in this. What would two highly successful British martial artists do with their ill-gotten gains? If this is what Canadian success looks like.
So obviously we're thinking Jason Statham. He's the most successful one we've got. He was a swimmer and
successful man in Britain.
And he's thrown a couple of punches in his time. And Vinnie Jones.
Yep.
What they've done is they've bought the Isle of Man.
They've bought the Isle of Man, and they've retitled every pie and mash shop in the gaff to Vinnie and Stapho's pie and mash gaff.
Exactly, yeah, because if you don't call it that, then people aren't going to come to the Isle of Man because they'll get a punch-in, and that's the price of a pie and mash in a gaff. Basically, Stafe and Vinny, all they do is just practice their punches and kicks, and you can just hear them as soon as you set foot on the island. Yeah, on the potatoes, on the air, on each other. Mostly not on each other though, because I can't stress this enough, Paul. If the two of them even touch for a second, we're all fucking doomed. But so the Isle of Man is the best. It's spacious. There's nothing there. I repeat that. There's nothing there in the Isle of Man.
Nothing of note on the Isle of Man. On the Isle of Man.
Not a person or building. And
nope.
Or dog. And my bar for dogs is so much lower than it is for humans.
Rightly so, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sick of them being judged as equivalent to each other.
They don't even have souls. So, yeah. Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
Excellent.
Welcome to One Good Thing, weekend podcasters playing their games. I'm Paul Butt.
I mean a couple of minutes.
We are nearly halfway through Recommendations Month.
Holy gosh, doesn't time fly when you're having Recommendations Month. This one comes from Kim.
Only then.
Yeah, Kim, fantastic Kim, who is a super patron. Is a patron of my cat. The only one who's taking it, fully under her responsibility to hype him up on the internet, and I think this is a real shame. But it just speaks more to the credibility, nay, the credibility of Kim
and athleticism.
Yeah, she did us the honor of watching Beyond the Seventh Door and things on America's recent Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day, everybody! Last year.
Fuck yeah!
And came back with what she calls entry level Canuxploitation. So,
so it seems, yes. Yeah. Yep, we have been offered from that blessed Turkey Day table another slice of blessed Canuxploitation. It's Canada's own Michael and Martin McNamara's 1986 film, Twin Dragon Encounter.
Some real men, finally.
We're some real men who know the meaning of life. So, this is directed by Paul Dunlop, his only directing credit, but he also did some further cinematography for the brothers, because this is the first in the identical twin martial artists trilogy of films that also includes Dragon Hunt and the Real Twin Dragons, which I think might be lost.
Oh, okay. What's a
shit? It's hanging out there somewhere with greed.
Yeah, right. I was going to try and make a J.J. Abrams Lost joke, but it just wasn't going to work.
No, it wasn't happening. And I respect the fact that the joke literally stopped you dead in your path.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, everybody, and you just have to acknowledge it.
It's sound. Yeah, you do. And it's beautiful in its own way, in as much as it also represents a lost joke out there, lost in the ether, along with the Real Twin Dragons.
Do you reckon J.J. Abrams would about that joke?
Well, it's a mystery box, so he'd love it. The McNamaras opened their first Twin Dragon Kung Fu and Kickboxing school in Toronto in 1972. Ooh. And 40 years later, they've got 8 clubs.
Ooh.
Club bars.
That's talking about raising or lowering the bar from the intro. That was a callback, everybody. that started off very much with a school essay sort of feel. That story, and it ended in much the same way. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines real men as
and there's just a picture of the McNamara's
punching each other in the tits.
Blessedly so. They produced this film through their own production company, Twin Dragon Film Productions, an endeavour intended to promote their clubs, their kickboxing exhibitions, and of course themselves.
Yeah, of course themselves. Because they are beautiful. They're Canada's answer to the Chuckle Brothers, Paul.
It could only be so. Our gentle neighbours to the northwest.
That's correct.
And over an ocean. Not really neighbours. Probably as closer neighbours as you and I are.
Or they're definitely closer than that, Paul.
Yeah,
my sweet northern hemispheric friend.
Fuck, it's great up here. Everything's going well and the whole world is designed for our benefit.
Clearly.
So, thanks to Canuxploitation.com for the info I just read. I will let them or her, it was meant to be him or her, but them or her, have the professional review of the week. So, they say, there is no denying that the McNamara's impressive credentials as authentic martial artists, but as the mullet-sporting pair tool around northern Ontario in an ATV shooting off crossbows, it's hard to look at the brothers as anything but weekend warriors themselves. A criticism that can be equally levelled at this film as well as their slightly superior self-produced follow-up, Dragon Hunt.
Slightly superior,
you say?
I'd take that. I'd ignore the fact that it implies that my first thing was shit and just go, wow, I'm great.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then they just keep smacking each other.
The second time you've taken a shit on the canvas is an improvement. Yes! Freeze frame.
Ultimately, there was less shit to come out this time because of the first one, because of how gross that was.
First one was on fire.
Literally.
The public weren't any more likely to spend a night in a treehouse over this. Josh Bott at Letterboxd says, I thought this would be ridiculous and fun, but instead it's mostly just uncomfortable. Ooh. Michael and Martin McNamara exude some real douchebag stepdad energy. What a great stepdad reference.
Take that, stepdads.
Now, son, I want you to do your homework. Dad, I don't wanna. Give me your books. No, not again. Give me your book. Yeah! He kicks him. He kicks him right out the window.
You don't have to do that just because you're not my real dad.
What happens? You don't do your homework.
I'm harsh on him because I love him.
I love the fact your mustache is already growing in.
Stop shaving me when I'm asleep, Dad. Stepdad.
Well, stepdad, I'm sure there's two of them. Now, unfucking believably, we have a two-man. Yeah.
Okay, are you just doing your thing again of counting twins as one person?
Yes.
Which you always do.
This one person has been in a film twice. No, it's Anthony Fusco.
Ooh.
Or Fusco.
Fusco.
Who in this plays Kung Fu Class Extra.
Ooh.
Yep, and then many, many years later, good 30 years later, in his most recent film role to date, played Pastor Alan Floyd in Twixt.
Really?
Yep.
Never, ever go with the people across the lake!
Oh, free to a man, free in the bush, free, yo. Films are shit, mate.
He killed Ellie Fanning.
In real life?
Yeah.
And he's going down for it.
After the set.
Yeah.
He's going fucking down, this guy.
Yeah.
That's the end of his career.
I mean, that explains why that was his last role. No other reason.
You can't kill a Fanning. They're a dynasty. There's a lot of them, but they're all protected by law.
You think you could hide it or get away with it because they all look identical and no one actually knows the first names of any of them, but they just do a head count at the end of every day.
Shit. Master Fanning does. Well, this film has 4.4 on IMDb, and when Red Letter Media covered it alongside American Rickshaw and something called Infested, they unanimously decided that American Rickshaw was the best of the worst and destroyed Twin Dragons Encounter. But that may not have been a value thing. That might have just been as a joke because now it's twins. Because they cut it in half.
No, that's true.
That's pretty good.
Do you reckon the McNamara's, is there any record of them fighting their critics, Uwe Boll style?
You think they might go and savage Red Letter Media?
Or us, or anyone really, although if they kick at the speed that they have in the movies, we will be fine.
It depends on how quick the rest of reality's moving, Paul.
I plan just like the rest of my life, never stopping.
You come down to any one of our 8 clubs and we'll show you the business. I don't know why we're both Hank Hill, We just are.
You have to be in this economy.
Propane. Oh, Christ. So, Paul, you jackass.
Yeah.
What's one thing about Twin Dragon Encounter that made you want to chop lots of wood?
Oh, Christ, Paul. These men are real men. And
they're very real men.
I didn't need them to point it out because the first thing I thought when I saw them was, "Hoo boy, these are real men." But then it does tell me, and I went, "Phew, that's okay."
No fake mustaches were used in the production of this film.
No shame about this hard on now.
Oh Christ, yeah. I mean, I don't know about you. Did I watch the copy that's just on YouTube?
I also watched the copy that was just on YouTube.
Yes.
With a cold open.
Yes, with the cold open that made me panic and look around to see if I could find any example of this movie that was in any way legitimate, just so I could check how it starts. But no, it starts with a very 80s man getting onto the phone and immediately assuring you that this is a high-quality product.
Yeah, Meg, it's me, Martin. Listen, you gonna go for a run? At the beach, yeah. In a couple of minutes? I'm ready to leave in a couple of minutes. You? But I mean a couple of minutes, Meg. Yeah, okay. I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
$1 million movie.
He gets into a van with the brother's actual name on the side of it. This is all autobiographical. They are playing themselves.
This is great.
This happens.
There are layers here.
This happens to them regularly.
Yeah, and he goes and hangs out in a car park on the side of a park and just waits for hoodlums.
He waits for trouble, and luckily there is some, because there's a confusing scene of, I think, a woman and her dog being harassed by many men.
Yes.
No framing is used.
No, once McNamara 1 is done pointing a newspaper with a microphone underneath the page, he he then goes out and roughs them up in super slow-mo, Paul.
Yep, he asks them to leave her alone, and they bloody well don't, so he beats some of them up, and they get the upper hand, but oh shit, there's two of me.
Oh, fuck. Seeing double here for McNamara.
I did write in the notes, to me, to you. That's them kicking a perp.
Fuck yeah. Because we think the same shitty British references all the time.
Fuck yeah. We both grew up in this toilet. One of us got out.
Yeah. There's still time for the other one.
The other escaped as well. In. Brain twisters. So.
In my beef dreams.
They save her, and because they saved her, she agrees to segue into their opening credit sequence.
I don't know how to thank you. Twin Dragon Kung Fu Club.
I will join your school, you lovely men.
Song by Billy Butt. Sounds like it.
Probably by the McNamaras. This is a Simon Cox joint.
No, Canuxploitation had something to say about Billy Butt. He's it was really super specific. It said he's like a rocker known in the South Toronto scene or something like that. It was very...
Okay, excellent.
He had a neighborhood, this guy.
He will do anything for a beer in a room. And I fucking mean anything.
5 city blocks in southern Ontario, that's Billy Butt territory.
Hey there, boy. You know where you are? You're down in Billy Buttland.
Don't eat that carrot.
Get off my carrots. These are Billy Butt's carrots. Where are you from?
We cut to their gym, and they're doing some aerobics that most of them are in sync for, but not one of the McNamaras. He's getting better every day.
Paul. Real men don't care about being in sync.
He's an
Real
individual.
Men, yeah, he's an individual.
You just
fights
keep
by
up
his
with
own
me.
rules.
Yeah.
Fights by his own rules, which are the strict rules of the martial arts school that he runs.
Which also includes practicing getting hit in the dick with a yoga ball, because you never know when that might happen to you, and you don't want to be taken
Jesus
off guard.
Christ. The number of times that specific thing has happened to me. When I've been out and about doing my daily business.
Hey there! What? Ow! Fucking McNamara's! Well,
Again.
if I was a mugger, you'd be dead by now because of that yoga ball.
That'll be $20.
I'm not in your class. I never was.
Please sign up.
They're going to go off on a hillbilly holiday.
Yeah.
In their 2 vans. With their 2 girlfriends. Everything
Yeah.
I've got, he's got too. It's Sonya Blade and Nunya Blade.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, he goes to a diner where
Yes.
they're already well known and loved by the waitress.
Of course,
And
they're
then
legends.
That's true. Like, I mean, even if they hadn't met them before, you can smell a real man coming.
Their shirtless pictures are on the wall if you look closely.
Signed with a punch. And
The only way I know how to sign.
I also believe, talking of smells, I believe the smell would be fisherman's friend.
What, of the men? Sorry, I missed the beginning of that.
The men. Yeah.
Yes, I feel that way. These men smell of some very highly powered mints. So
Beef.
Beef.
So some ruffians show up, Paul, or the ruffians are already there, and that's the problem.
Well, yes, that is the problem, because they're clearly jealous of how sweet the McNamara's have everything. And
got vans, Paul.
It's time for the brothers to recreate some definite grief that they've experienced in their real life day-to-day, only this time it can end with a slow-motion kung fu fight and not just them mumbling something shittily under their voice.
Yeah.
Like it did in real
Under
life.
their voice that they share.
This has definitely happened in real life, exactly like this.
Nothing has been changed except the names of the pansies that we beat on.
Except the bit where I just yelled fuck off and then ran away. So, after beating them, one of them says something vaguely racist, and then there's some great comedy sound effects.
Confucius say, when fighting truckers, nail the suckers.
Hey, Sue, are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Boy, wait. No idea what they're getting at any point. And then they go off driving, Paul, and then, oh no, they only run into Jonathan Luffren.
Another fucking kerfuffle is happening. Yes, he's there and he's hassling one of their old ladies.
Yeah.
So it's time to slow down that footage again. Tell you what, though, doesn't go as smoothly, because one of them gets out a machete and then stands very still whilst the two brothers beat him up.
Oh, you almost had us worried there, Sonny.
So with the local ruffian thoroughly pissed off, it's time for them to have some fun summer japes. These guys, these twin dragons.
They have a second act of the movie called Let's Make Every Scene Feel Like a Montage.
Let's make every scene feel like a fucking eternity as they canoe and do various things like that. And whilst in said canoes, fucking Jonathan Lockwood shows up again.
Oh, no.
With his men. He has men.
And guns.
Yeah, well, I mean, the brothers pull a bow and a rifle, so it looks like they've got the upper hand, but then they just drop them because... Oh, shit, the guy with the rifle isn't one of the twins. He's one of the other guys. Shit, he's an unrelated mustachioed man. Fuck. Well, that had me confused. The only way I was able to tell it wasn't one of the brothers is because he had a shirt on.
Yeah.
Well, that's not them.
Well, and that's what he says to Jonathan Luffren every day, but he still keeps getting punched when he walks into the mess hall in the morning. Guys,
no!
It's obviously me.
Can you see my
Billy,
nips?
not a real man.
How many nips can you see? None. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
I'm not one of the brothers.
I've been growing my chest hair to try and emphasise the difference. I thought it was just a lovely cravat.
Wait, you're the guy who wears a shirt. Why would that be the best way of differentiating you from the often shirtless brothers? Look. Next scene. So
he points to his hairdo and goes, "This is a legitimate fashion statement in the 70s." It's 1986.
Yes, they're at the complete mercy of the bad guys now. Because one of them's got a gun, and he's asked them to put their weapons down, so I guess they're fucked now. So in the next scene, they've paddled off, and they try to enjoy their holiday, doing holiday stuff, like having barely audible conversations near a waterfall, as you do. And
They've got to get the thrill somehow.
The girlfriends are having a lot of fun, as demonstrated by the fact that they know exactly how many days are left until they have to go back.
Yeah, they know there are roadworks on, which interstate.
I can't believe it's been 4 days, just 3 days and 9 hours and 6 minutes left to go.
You'd think with as many pranks at the Macman, that can't even say their names. I love them so much. Those brothers, the Chuckle Brothers, have been playing on us. It would have been going much quicker. Yeah, but it's not.
Well,
can we do another prank?
They're having a sit down, and there's a gunshot, and one of them reasons, "Oh, that'll be our friend, Gunshot Jeff."
Old Gunshotty Jeff.
Oh, Gunshot Jeff. So let's go see him. And the ladies get up smiling pleasantly at this. And it's like, oh no, you ladies stay here. We'll be back after dark. After dark? It's like midday. What are you going to do? You might be a while.
He just smashes the bottle on his rock hard pecs. And everyone goes, yeah, it's good.
Good stuff. But they've left the women alone. Those army guys are definitely going to get them.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the bit where next scene they don't get him? It's just and then later.
It's the first of several scenes, Paul, where they don't get him. the McNamara's go and decide they find that the friend is there and he's brought 2 mates with him.
Oh no!
And so they figure, I know what we'll do. We'll beat the shit out of them and take their shoes.
It looks like he missed. Grant doesn't like to miss. He looks mad.
Let's go up ahead and intercept those two.
Right. Then we'll come back. We'll have some fun with Grant.
Okay.
Classic Jape.
Because we're real men.
Such pranksters. Such pranksters, these guys.
You guys are dicks. Oh, it's just a joke. Fuck.
Oh my god. So
Fucking lighten up.
they find their actual friend, and luckily he knows that the twins are the toughest guys in the world, so
Yeah.
he's a true friend of the McNamaras.
This island belongs to the twins.
What twins?
Mick and Marty McNamara. The toughest guys in the world.
When you know that the McNamaras are just over shoulder at any fucking moment.
That's true.
You have to
You would
start-
only speak highly.
Every opening gambit should be, look, I know the McNamara twins and they're the toughest dudes in the world with big dicks.
Some guy sticks a gun in your back when you're at the ATM, give you all your money. Oh shit, I sure wish those excellent, brilliant McNamara twins were here.
So I could suck them off because I love them and they're dicks.
And he gets shot. So
By you.
night falls. The twins come back and decide to fuck with their girlfriends a bit too. Oh, God, they're legends.
They're so good. I love it.
The girlfriends have had it pretty easy so far. So
Yeah. Having to...
luckily they agree,
Yeah.
or at least Sonya Blade does, that these guys are a regular riot.
Yeah. They're high-fiving and creating sonic booms with the palms of their hands.
Which is just them shouting Sonic Boom.
And it's very convincing, I believe, every word
Sonic
they say,
Boom.
Paul.
Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom.
Sonic
Hadouken.
Boom. Are you sure it's that?
I played the video, James. So, yeah, it's the next day. It's the next day, and there's another pair of shirts for them to ignore.
They get hung up every morning by their girlfriends. And they just waltz right on by. They wipe their hands on them after washing their moustaches.
They only wash their mustaches. Everything else gets dirty like a man. So they get busy cutting some wood. So their women are going to have to go off on their own. Uh-oh, women on their own. You shouldn't do that. Oh.
Not with Jonathan Luffrun around.
Yeah, so they swim for a bit whilst the twins chop wood.
Yeah.
We do see the army guys from earlier at this point, and they're doing drills. Oh, it's so sinister how they all act in sync.
Bad man's karate.
Yeah, look at that. Look at them all acting the same. That's sinister. One of them should be way off in order to make it our endearing heroes.
For freedom, Paul. These guys are clearly communist eco-terrorists. One of them Jonathan Luffrun paints at this point, he paints war paint under his eyes so that he looks very tired.
My enemy won't know what to do. They'll think I'm one coffee short, and they'll be very disturbed by that.
How can a man live?
So, yeah, the girls come back, nothing happened, and they all go into a treehouse, and there's a bear with bear music.
Yeah. Classic bear music. And to be fair about the bear, Paul, I did, when they went up into the treehouse and the music played, I went, oh, is there going to be a bear? And
of
there
course
was.
you knew that, because bear music.
Because bear music, obviously.
Bear
it worked for
music
Run for Your
worked.
Wife. Because they didn't play bear music at all. And I'm like, oh, there's not going to be a bear here, is there?
Nah, they played Nair music. So, yeah, they spend the night up there and then come down safe in the knowledge that the bear is definitely miles away. Oh, fuck, it's here! Oh, Jesus,
Classic
well, this is
prank.
going to be a life or death struggle as they try to... Anyway, so much later on, they've gone canoeing.
In another montage. Is this a montage? I can hear the music. Maybe.
I'm playing music to try and make it happen.
Just several scenes of them taking different tops off. Finally I'm
But
free.
oh shit! They've left the women alone for the third time. Watch out, Wims!
So anyway.
This time they do get kidnapped this time.
Oh shit! Well, what are they going to do, Paul?
Oh, can't a couple of muscly guys just let their guard down 3 or 4 times without something happening?
We are on holidays. So more is this a montage? Music plays and they go swimming a bit and they go. They're just
They have a bit more
women.
fun.
I'm pretty sure he does say they're women. They'll be back later.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the leader of the mercenaries shows maximum disrespect to the twins by kicking a poster he had of them.
Oh fuck!
Shit,
And they can hear
they're
that.
gonna feel
The
that.
McNamaras. They are super sensed to that.
They are, although they are back at the thing. And they're like, where are the girls? Wait until dark. They'll probably be back. We'll search once it's dark. Fucking idiots. But they find one of Jonathan Loughran's obvious cigars just lying in the open. So they decide to go off and beat them on their... They head off on their not quite 2-seater bike.
Yeah. Stopping off for a montage along the way. And and then they get there probably.
Yeah.
Then they win. That's pretty much it.
Well, Well, they're using non-fatal arrows to piss off their opponents before they rush in and kick them.
Oh, they do. Sorry, yeah, they do take out a whole bunch of henchmen first. It's not just the showdown.
Yeah, and they also get a gun and shoot a whole bunch of their preserves.
Yeah.
No local jams and chutneys for you, fuckers. No!
That's the lifeblood of our commune. You see, they were the true villains this whole time.
They get on they find one of their radios, and he gets on it and does some excellent one-liners.
Come in. They're all tied up at the moment. Is there any message? Who the hell is this?
Yeah, I think you're stupid. Oh, those brothers.
You need to surrender right now. You need to surrender your pants so I can kick your butt. Oh!
If only there was some way that I could communicate back to them on this walkie-talkie, but no, they win again.
Then I can hear their mustaches bristling. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Incidentally, throughout these fights, they regularly succeed only because there are two of them.
Yeah.
They basically just surround them, and then one of them comes up from behind and kicks the other one, kicks him in the nuts.
Yeah. There is one shot where that is literally what happens.
They also change into other vehicles, including a fucking hovercraft.
Well, what's
going on?
How else are you going to get around on the water pool? In a boat like a fucking cuck? I don't think so.
Look, they had at least 3 of their 8 dojos running at this stage.
That's cash money, mate. Yeah, so they beat up some more henchmen. They find another walkie-talkie, and Jonathan Loughran's going, "Did you get him?" He's like, "Yeah, we got him. Your stupid face, that is." Oh, foiled again.
Why is this still happening? Is that a hovercraft I can hear in the background? This is a nightmare for me.
It's just the sound of their mustaches on the surface of the water as they go face first 100 miles an hour.
2 of the army dudes take Sonya Blade out to the woods to hassle her for a bit, sort of pushing her and touching her butt.
Yeah.
But luckily, the twin dragons taught her to escape exactly this situation.
Yeah. So you're in the woods and they're feeling your butt.
What you gotta do is go into slow motion.
Remember this lesson. That's step number 1.
Yeah, she does all right, though. The other girlfriend, Nunya Blade, she's not doing too well. She's in a William Tell situation with a nunchuck.
Oh, shit.
I really hope when they filmed this, one of the McNamaras had the nunchuck. Otherwise, I just fear for that woman's safety.
The other, one of them was just off, or clearly in shot, holding the other end of the nunchuck and making nunchuck noises.
In several of the reverse shots, the guy who was supposed to be doing it is replaced by Martin McNamara. But don't worry about that, though, because as soon as it's over, and crucially once it's shut off, as soon as that's over, and crucially after it's over, not before it's over, they spring into action from a hiding place just behind.
We were watching all along.
We've even got Sonya Blade with us.
See,
somehow.
Everyone's okay. What a great prank, leaving you to experience this alone. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, they're all in on our side. Isn't that right, Jonathan Loughran? Wait, no, that's not the case. Oh, a fight breaks out.
Yeah.
They challenge the bads to one last slow-motion fight. Fortunately, they each attack the brothers one at a time so that they can always outnumber their combatants.
Wait, I can take him. There's just one of them. Hubris.
But some fucking how Jonathan Loughran manages to capture both women again. And he's like, you know what? I didn't even expect to get both of you. So you go off. I can only take one of you at a time. I can't believe I got you both, but fine. You go off. I'll just take Sonya Blade. Yeah, the army guys have a fucking light aircraft? How much money is in dojos?
Well,
we need to...
Paul, you say that you haven't opened a single dojo in London or in the Greater London area.
In ages.
So don't not in years, and that's on you. So don't come at me with how much does dojoing really make.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I should know, but I don't, and that's why my dojos are in serious financial issues. And if anyone out there has any experience managing and financing a dojo, you get in touch with this guy. But, yeah. Oh, no, though. He's, hold on.
Dojo Oh No, though.
Dojo Oh No, though. He betrayed them. Who betrayed who?
The McNamaras betrayed us,
Oh,
Paul.
that's it. What's his name? Jonathan Loughran promised to let her go and then gets 10 feet away and says, I'm not really going to let you go.
Oh, what?
Jesus. But luckily, the McNamaras didn't follow their side of the thing either, and so they just show up, free the girl, and then run another 20 feet to the aircraft, and, the bad guy gets away. One of the dragons goes to shoot the plane down with an arrow, but the other one's like, no, that's not our way. The end.
Why?
Oh,
Christ.
So that was Twin Dragon Encounter.
Yeah.
How did that strike you?
Oh, Paul, it struck me like a twin dragon encounter was with the dragons. By
With
which
one
I
in
mean...
front of you, whilst the other sneaks around behind you to get you in the nuts.
Yeah, this was what I needed, Paul. It tickled me right.
Okay.
And it was also exactly what I expected. So that was also reassuring in this world where you can't depend on anything anymore, least of all each other.
Literally nothing.
It was
not even yourself.
Yeah, especially that, and for that reason, going into Twin Dragon Encounter, expecting this level of silliness, it's the whole. These guys are stoic and successful, and they're popular, and they're ace, and they wrote it.
Yeah. Yep. It's
it's like when an actor is like, this actor, produced by this actor, starring this actor. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Christ.
Hero McMahon. It was so beautifully simplistic. All the ruffians, the worst thing they did was go, oh, shouldn't you be in school?
Yep.
And it is just fucking, like you said, encounters they've had with bullies when they were younger.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely overcompensating at this stage.
Oh,
I think
God.
The charm of the film is in the sheer, unashamed ego of the two leads, combined with a sublime lack of ability, not only in filmmaking. I'm not going to question their martial art ability, but they certainly don't know how to phrase their martial art in the context of an action movie, because every fight scene, it is very obvious that they are just moving their legs and hands towards the opponents who are then flying backwards. Yeah. There's some relatively good, like, contortioning of their body when they have to kick someone behind them, but it never looks like they're hurting anyone.
No.
Which is
there was
fairly
one
charming.
shot of a face kick. Which I was going to burn as a quickfire, but I'm just going to burn it right now.
Shit.
There was one shot which looked like his face kind of ricocheted with the impact.
That's good.
His being faceless villain. But yeah, for the most part, if anything, the slow motion emphasized the lack of contact.
It is almost admirable that they tried to shoot all of the action sequences in one shot in slow motion. You'd almost admire that. There just needed to be a little more choreography ability. Yeah. Aside from that, you've got you've got the martial art inability. You've got their inability to act, which leads to some fairly amusing lines. You've got the cheapness of the whole thing. Just a bunch of guys in the woods. The fact that the bad guys, like you say, have no plans. They're just a bunch of guys in the woods. What are they going to do? Yeah. They have no weapons. They have no facilities. They have no vehicles. Apart from this light aircraft. They've got canoes that they're just out paddling like this was a fucking summer camp rivalry.
Yeah.
It's very so charmingly shit. The only thing I would say against it is there is a fair amount of downtime of watching them just run through the woods. Lark about with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
And it's kind of on the whole charming that they included this. Like, zooming out and looking at one piece, it's very charming that they included, like, 30 minutes of nothing happening, because it further attests to the fact that they had no idea how to do this. But when you're actually, you're in it, Nam style, when you're in the shit, it's not compellingly entertaining in those sections, but luckily, you will eventually get to another ridiculously overblown fight sequence.
Which, really do... It's not like jiu-jitsu where all the impacts are slowed down. The whole... sequence, every fight scene from beginning to end, and you know it's about to happen because the sound takes on a different quality as the ambience goes deeper. It goes down a couple of registers, and the whole thing, you can hear the breathing in slow motion, and the people, like the unintelligible cries or orders still just kept in, because obviously everything's just filmed on it's on set. And it's every action scene felt like it was going to precede their deaths, because it had that kind of like charge into no man's land slow motion.
Yeah, this is definitely the end of the McNamara brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're right. It was just, oh god, yeah, and I just love how the ego came out and the things like the pranking. Which was just stupid alpha male bullshit of like creeping up on your girlfriends who are alone in the woods at night,
who have been hassled twice by army dudes already.
Yeah, they genuinely had to fight him off with a machete. Didn't Tessa, the blonde one, get kicked in the stomach by Jonathan Lathrun at one point?
I think so.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you so scared of, love? It's just a bear. Go on, look, I'll hang you out the window. Look, don't cry.
It's funny because I'm so confident in my own abilities, and I'm very happy to exploit other people's insecurities. It's just they're the biggest douchebags, and they thought they looked great doing this, and that's very charming and shit.
Yeah. If only the Expendables could have been like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's that wonderful thing where people who have, like, they're aiming. What are they aiming for here? They're aiming for like passable action flick with good martial arts. That's a very modest goal.
It's for people to go, these guys look awesome, I want to learn martial arts.
That's it. I want to go join their school now.
Yeah.
And see them in more things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. And the fact that that's the plan is very, very charming. So,
and the fact they have 8 dojos and not none, not -3, is pretty impressive.
It's a pretty good testament to their ability. I hear that they are grafters, you know, they go full at it in order to try and raise awareness. And I'm sure they're more than happy to let this thing so bad it's good reputation, you know, further put the McNamara name out there.
True, because, you know, they are in very good shape. They are ripped, and you can see they're pretty athletic dudes, and like that is going to be enough. I think some people would just go, I would like that, yes.
Yes, it's not your Neil Breen, where it's like, you know, some fucking guy off the street is playing the hero.
Yeah.
You know, or you're Beyond the Seventh Door, where it's just an utterly surreal human being. There is something surreal about them. There's something surreal about their delivery. Yeah. You know, there's something otherworldly about them, which you get when you get an amateur performer sort of, you know, going for this, even when they are playing themselves.
Yeah, it's got that Chuck Norris at his most quiet.
Yes, that's quality. The thing, is there's something about all these egomaniacs, and you see this with Neil Breen and with all the other sort of ego projects that we've had, is that they're often very softly spoken.
Yeah.
There's a slight disconnect between, you know, and that shouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but it's often quite amusing.
It can be. The only time we haven't seen that really is Wild Women of Wongo.
Oh, fuck yeah, that was powerful voices throughout. Oh, God. Well, I think it is worth a watch. I don't know if it's going to be Hall of Fame bad movies, because it does have all of these long stretches where you're just kind of waiting for something to happen. But I for example, I would put this beneath Beyond the Seventh Door, I think.
Yes.
Which was more compellingly and frequently awful.
You are beyond the Seventh Door with that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with that one, you are spending your entire time journeying. And even the long stretches when nothing is happening, it is consistently funny that nothing is happening. Yeah. Because they often accompany it with a heavy action beat. Or she's just wandering around this fucking cell.
Yeah, just that guy just interacting with the world around him.
What do you mean it was?
Yeah, but I do feel very fondly towards this, and I don't remember the downtime now. I just think of the good stuff.
That's good. Well, let's get to the good stuff. Let's quick fire.
Yeah. Quick fire. In the beginning, when one of the McNamaras is in his van just waiting for shit to go down, he's reading a paper about, I don't know if the headline is Weekend Warriors and it's about them, or if it's just about, and he goes, Weekend Warriors, my ass, that'll be the day. And then the loudest page prod in the world.
I know these guys. Weekend Warriors, my ass, that'll be the day.
Follows, and that is the first sign that this is going to be fucking splendid.
Well, yes, Weekend Warriors is a recurring theme, because in the intro, which we didn't mention, there is also a reference to plastic action stars, to which these men should not be compared to, which is very interesting, the idea that even in the 80s, the idea was that action stars aren't proper action stars. Yeah. You know, they mention a particular genre of film in particular, and I can't remember what it is. Yeah. Is it vigilante movies? I don't think it is. Fuck.
I think the word used is vigilante.
Oh, it might be. So it's like Death Wish they're going after, like Charles Bronson.
Yeah, I could easily just bring this up and I can read the thing, because it is very good, and I think it is worth sharing.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in the era that saw plastic heroes and vigilantes made famous by Hollywood, there lived a couple of men, real men, who knew the meaning of life. They called themselves the Twin Dragons, and they were this country's most celebrated martial artists. The story begins in summer as the twins set off with their girlfriends for a nice peaceful vacation. Peaceful, that is, until...
So wait, what's that? Yes, okay, plastic heroes and vigilantes, that's it. Yeah. Excellent. And what I also love about that is that it talks about bits of the plot that haven't happened yet. Because
Yeah.
you'd think from that intro that it starts off with them on holiday now, but it doesn't. It then immediately goes back to before they set off. It's very charmingly rubbish.
Yeah. When he's waiting for the hoodlums, he's banging, I don't know if it's nunchuck or just a nightstick or whatever, he's banging it on the steering wheel whilst he's waiting, and it had quite a menacing...
Ooh.
There was quite a menacing tattoo.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. My indication that this was good was earlier than that, because as I said, the dialogue about the run, where he just calls up his brother, and he's just got to say to him, do you want to go for a run in the park? And what he says, how he says it, the fact that he doesn't wait for any responses is just, it's very...
A minute? Yeah, I mean a minute.
It's very good and shit, and I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Good and shit is good.
Yeah.
The guy in the park, the surviving one who takes the lady's dog and like tries to hold it hostage, has a real... What do you mean there's no guy?
Get back, little man! I'll bring this little dog neck!
Very quickly becomes unintelligible, sorry, and is
possible to read.
It's just already very, very silly, and I'm already very happy. And then he does like the punching out of the guy holding the dog is done at like a wide shot, and it's just slapstick. It's fucking perfect.
Love that. Some of the moves in the opening sort of Bond-esque sequence are very good. I like them. I like the moves being shown off by the men in sync. There was some good-looking moves. They do look best fighting against nothing. Fighting where hypothetical foes might be.
Yeah. Well, actually, I enjoyed the painstaking insistence on sticking with the training sequence after the credits. I felt like there was just commitment to the art. It was like Tarkovsky, Paul. It was great.
Beautiful. It'll finish when the moment moves us to the next. When they're getting hassled in the fucking... the bullies are great. They keep saying shit about milk and cookies.
Yeah.
Hey, give the little boys milk and cookies.
Hey, guys. Cool it.
Hey, you better drink your milk and cookies, boys, so you grow up nice and strong.
The guy looks like a Mack truck. Shut your mouth.
Hey, you. Apologize for calling me a Mack truck.
I'm not a truck, I'm a man.
Human man, look. And he wobbles his man meat about a bit. You're a truck. No, he's getting a bit breeny now.
Yeah.
You're a Mack truck.
If it can be destroyed by a Mack truck.
It deserves to be a Mack truck.
What? Jonathan Loughran's character in general.
Yes.
He was wonderful. He had some great lines. Even if just the one that I wrote down was, "Don't bet on it."
I'll come in here. I'll have as my one. His line much later in the movie.
I like it when you fight back. After we're through with the twins, remind me to slap you around some more.
and also...
Shoot first, ask questions later. If you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. You're very clear.
Thank you. Thank you for checking in, though. Okay, after they decided to prank their women...
Brilliant.
One of them makes a wolf cry sound, and then there's the actual sound of a wolf cry. And the guys look worried a little bit. And I'm like, ooh, okay, if you accidentally fucked up here. But no, one of them says...
How about that? Isn't that fantastic? Oh, what a beautiful sound.
So it's like, how could they be afraid, Paul, of Canadian nature? It's beautiful and exquisite. I get the impression these guys are patriots.
I thought you were going to say Patreons. And
I feel like they might be both Mark Reed and...
Nathaniel DeBell. Always pranking us.
I feel like these pranksters are secretly a couple of McNamara's.
They are patrons to their own cause. That's for sure.
But damn sure.
Yeah. God bless the only 70% lethal Canadian countryside. So Jonathan Loughran kicking the girlfriend out of shot was a really fun shot. It kind of they managed to make it look like it connected, but also just her going out of shot was very satisfying.
Good stuff. Right, this is awkward. Here's my last one.
Okay.
Shit. Whoops. It's the bear. I like the fact that there was an actual bear about.
They got a bear.
Actual bear about. And they had a bear. He was around.
That was a union bear as well, so it was very
That's
well
why they only
treated.
had him for 4 seconds. And it was good stuff. I enjoy the fact. They had a bear.
We got a bear.
We got a bear. We bought a zoo and we've got a vet.
And he's fucking everywhere. Please help us.
We don't know how to run this zoo.
When's closing time?
Sign Scarlett Johansson brackets. I bet you forgot she was in this.
I absolutely did. I just thought it was Matt Damon.
Nope. Thought it was called I Bought a Zoo.
I thought him and his kids. In a way, we're all Matt Damon's kids.
All played by Scarlett Johansson.
In a way, we bought a zoo. So
that's the last line.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, is that no?
Legally distinct.
There was half an hour when I didn't write down any quickfires, which was the dull sort of woodland bit, and I went, oh shit, pay attention.
The
so
Woodland
I did.
Friends sequence.
the WFS.
I forgot to do that bit.
Okay, cool. Well, you were too busy being funny on the reg.
Shit, yeah.
This chump has to work on it.
And sexy on the neck.
I think one of the McNamaras says the word Yahoo in a great way. It sounded like almost Boston, like Yahoo. But that was Boston, right? I've got the line, and I think it's Jonathan Loughran after he's had his ass handed to him the first time.
I'll get you, bastards!
I'll get you, Gadget.
Loughran.
Da 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 da. It's Jonathan Loughran.
And when they're on the boat and they're skimming through the water, that's a Hand of God reference. That's just for Paul.
Love it.
Jonathan Loughran is sitting on the edge of the boat, like the tip of it. I don't know what it's called. I'm just going to say the prow.
Boat tip.
He's sitting on it, the boat point, as it's moving through the water, and that looked really cool. There's one of the henchmen, when they're being attacked by the McNamaras, I almost called them the Loughrans, goes, I'm going to skin you like a bear. And that's pretty much how that goes. He gets knocked unconscious immediately by the twin dragon encounter bear. 30 minutes and 10 seconds or thereabouts, Paul. Sorry, I couldn't be more specific. The harmonica, after its little ditty, it kind of just descends like it's going out of tune. And I enjoyed that.
Excellent.
32 minutes and 20 seconds.
You went the other way.
What do you mean?
You started taking far too many quick fires.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking it down. This is less than a minute and 10 seconds later.
I felt immediately guilty, and that's how you stay professional, Paul. I don't have too many more, just to let you know, just to reassure you.
Oh, no worries.
And the listeners at home.
I just enjoyed. There's an XKCD comment, where they talk about shit's about to get real when the incident log starts to get more and more specific.
Yeah.
So when it goes from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday 12:15, Wednesday 12:16 and 31 seconds.
This is where it was getting on that night. I was just very excited about watching Scream. So 32 minutes and 20 seconds. There's a nice harmony between the two women.
Oh, yes. Yes, they sang a nice haunting song about their love for the Loughrans. It was a Loughrans, damn it, you see.
Damn it, you see, he's a disease.
Man is a disease. Yes, it was like something out of a Greek tragedy. They sang sweetly whilst their men were at war. Their douchebag friend.
Yeah, at war with men who couldn't defend themselves. That's true manliness.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of one. There's a bit where they've what have they done if they hung up 3 of the men and 2 more men come back and say, these guys were supposed to be on guard, and then just get kicked. I like how shit that is.
Their stupid non-McNamara faces.
Oh, so West
32 seconds and 32 minutes and 21 seconds. No, there was a bit later on.
Okay.
Indeterminate time. There was a menacing bassy drone, and I think it was just unintentional diegetic noise, but it had a real Gaspar Noé effect on my sense of well-being, and I'd got to, credit where credit's due.
Excellent. So long as you're anxious, you got to give it credit.
Yeah, I quite like the cut back to Tessa in training as she remembers her lesson. And usually I think, well, we don't need that callback because I'd remember, but the way it was shot was like the memory was talking her through what she needed to do step by step. Yeah. And I thought that was good.
Okay.
I had to appreciate the montages of them training or hunting or just enjoying life, within which was just plenty of topless action, swimming, someone getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And just the Chuckle Brothers being all-round good guys. But my last one, Paul.
Yes.
And I think this has to be a joint good thing, whether or not you agree. Hopefully with, but I'm not taking any chances here.
Okay.
Is the song.
Oh,
the song that they played many times.
Every song.
Which includes the lyrics. Well, it's mostly the lyric. over and over again.
But there are some wonderfully recursive. Fighting for your right to fight is something that's pretty much guaranteed straight away, is what I love.
Yeah.
I've got to fight for this. What are you fighting for? To fight. Well, you did it. Fuck yeah! And it's time for a pizza party at the McNamara's place.
They only get pepperoni, and they specifically get pizzas that you're allergic to.
Just as a prank, as a hilarious prank. But I tell you who else is having a pizza party right now in my face, and that's the OG team.
Holy shit, the OG team. I completely forgot about them.
Yes!
I definitely asked them.
Oh.
Yeah. I asked them, but forgot about them until then, because they're too good, if anything.
They're so ever-present and ubiquitous in our lives, it's easy to take them for granted sometimes.
They're so Evanescence, and I love that about them.
Break Me Up Inside, or whatever it was called.
Wake Me Up Before You Go.
What was the song? Wake Me Up Inside. Because I remember it had her singing sweetly and then some rap dude.
Yeah.
Wake me up inside, wake me up inside! I'm all out of faith, all out of faith! That's a different song, but fuck.
Yeah. All right. So Kim, lovely patron Kim, fan of the cats, Kim and the cast. Other than encouraging everybody to watch it because it's on YouTube and it's 73 minutes long.
It's free and easy, like me, baby.
Oh yeah. It wasn't easy for me.
So underwhelming. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, 73 minutes. It's action and trees and Canada and more inadvertently homoerotic content than Top Gun. It's deeply stupid fun.
Yeah.
Well, thanks OG team.
Thanks OG team.
And thanks Kim G team. OG Kim.
Oh, Kim T. Okay, well, let's talk about the one better thing. The one better thing. I forgot to think about it until just now, as I am doing with alarming regularity these days.
Yeah, you're getting too professional. That's what that is. It's definitely what that is.
I mean, I definitely want to recommend the movie where Jean-Claude Van Damme played twins, but I'm pretty sure I already recommended it.
I recommended it for grown-ups too.
Fuck.
Well, I'm gonna go with mine, which I thought of 5 minutes before recording, Paul. So I'm going with 2020/2021's, depending on whether you lived in a universe with a pandemic, The Paper Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
3 kung fu prodigies have grown into sort of slouchy, deadbeat middle-aged men, and when their shifu is murdered, they have to, dust off the dojo. They have to get back into the game and figure out who murdered him. And there's a focus on what is a respectable way of learning and practicing martial arts, and what that says about you as a person. And it's dealt with in a really convincing, really charming, funny, and just addictive way that the other film didn't do.
Yeah.
Also to great effect.
Jet Li once played twins, and it wasn't actually him doing both roles. It was it was himself, Chin Suho, S-I-U,
Okay.
Chin Suho, playing a pair of twins who grew up together.
Yeah.
In a film directed by Yuen Wu-ping.
Ooh, cool.
With just the excellent fighting that you'd expect. I think we might have actually watched this together in the flat back in the day. It's one of them goes evil, the other stays good, and he ends up becoming the Tai Chi master in the end, and it's all about balance and how to move with the flow of things in order to defeat his evil former brother.
That does ring a bell, actually.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun, and it's just classic Chinese martial art movie that you can get behind and really enjoy.
Yeah, great.
And Jet Li's great in it. It's peak Jet Li.
It's peak Lee.
It's peak Lee, and he plays the third villain in the piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's Peak Lee 2.
Well, Peak Lee 2 is
you don't want to know about Peak Lee 2.
The Korean Taekwondo expert. He's fucking great.
Ray.
Ray.
Let's get a new audience.
The one better thing. Before we do that, let's send off our former audience with a loving kiss on the balls. How can they find out more about us if they were inclined to? Why was that recursive? I heard that echo into eternity.
And so hopefully did the wonderful OG team, all patrons, all listeners, who really do deserve a kind of eternity with the Pauls. And I mean that as a compliment, not a punishment. Although some would say it's a bit of both. Some would say mostly punishment. But that doesn't matter, because all that matters is you sharing the love of the OG thing. I don't know what we do anymore. But if you haven't already, why not leave us a review? Why not share with a friend? Just do all the lovely things that you've been doing these past 5 years. You can get in touch on Twitter and Facebook at OGDpod. You can send us an email at gmail@ogdpod@gmail.com. We are on Spotify, even though you probably shouldn't use Spotify anymore because they're ruining the world.
Everybody's ruining the world, Paul. I know I am.
Some people are doing it better than others with billion-dollar investments into military tech.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. And what's also true is we have a Patreon for as little as $1 a month where you can get exclusive access to content such as our review of The Matrix Resurrections, Tom Hanks' Perfect World. We're actually going to be recording the ending of it today.
Yeah.
Who knows how that's going to happen? It's going to be great. And also, the other thing, Scream. That's it.
Yeah.
We are beginning our Halloween watch-a-thon in the scariest month of all, January. And this time, it's Scream and probably other sort of 90s, noughties slashers that fit the same bill. So Potentially.
There's always the possibility we'll do that.
Yeah. So that's our revisit, our retrospective on Scream is going to be coming out on Patreon this week. So that, and goodbye.
Goodbye. We love you. I'm Paul Salt.
I'm Peakley Paul.
And remember, the one good thing about Twin Dragon Encounter is that two men started this with a dream, outstanding muscles.
Oh, fuck.
And they earned the right to have 8 martial arts clubs.
Scarily similar to our podcast story, Paul.
First dojo opening next year.